Yee. Way up.
Yeah, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
Mano is here.
New Mano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning.
And it is, a Tuesday. And on a Tuesday, Fridayy is going to be joining us.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Fridayy is a fun special guest. He's from Philly, and, this is his second time on Way Up with Angela Yee. So we haven't had a lot of recurring guests.
Yeah.
But he's one of them.
Has there been anyone else that's come twice?
Whoa.
Okay, all right.
Whoa.
What?
All right.
Hey.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
Happy
right.
Tuesday, guys.
See what's on
Everybody
your
relax.
mind.
Just relax. I think there have been. Who's been up here more than once? Can we think of anybody? Only Fridayy? Okay. Fridayy on a Tuesday. Oh, well, yeah. We've had Monique for Love After Lockup on the Zoom.
Oh, yes.
We had her on the Zoom, though, for
But
a
nobody's
follow-up.
walked in the building twice.
Except Friday.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well,
twice.
Fridayy is going to be joining us today, and he has an album out that people love. It's a really great album.
I love that album.
Yeah, so we're excited to welcome him, and you guys are going to enjoy this interview because we got a little
Spicy?
yeah. Okay. So there's that. Also, Mano's here. On time.
Absolutely.
I just want to say the traffic in New York, if
It's
you guys
horrible.
don't know, it's terrible right now.
Had to jump out and run 3 blocks.
Yeah, just because there's all these UN sessions and I don't know what's happening, but a lot of streets are closed off here. So.
I like your nails, Angela.
Thank you. I got my nails done yesterday and broke one this morning.
Oh, okay.
Already. But yes, the UN General Assembly is this week, so
Okay,
that's what's
gotcha.
happening. So
Couldn't
if you see a
afford
lot
to
of
be
things.
late again.
Oh, yeah, because you kind of missed yesterday's show, right?
Let's
miss
talk
it.
about it. He overslept, and we'll discuss that. But let's shine a light on him. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up. Let us know who you want to shine a light on. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. And DJ Norie's joining us today, too. I don't know where he is, but I think it's the traffic. It's Way Up.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes. Good morning, Angela.
Also, Mano is here.
Way up.
Yes, and today we are shining a light on him, and I want to shine a light on DJ Nori, who's going to be joining us today. Now, DJ Nori always DJs since the first ever Angela Yee Day. He's always showed up. And I used to be like, okay, because he's an amazing DJ and host.
He is.
And I used to be like, man, I wonder if DJ Nori will do this for me. And I never wanted to really ask because I felt like, I don't know. But he always is like, I got you, sis.
Oh, nice.
Anything you need, I got you. And so he always turns it up a notch. So we love the fact that. And he always gets people to come out too.
Yeah, he has a lot of energy.
DJ Nori will be like, I got some special guests coming through. And so always delivers. I think Moto came one time when he was doing Angela Yee Day at Restoration Plaza. Now it's at the Barclays. But I just appreciate anybody who, out of the kindness of their heart, always has good energy and is always trying to help out. So
Nice.
do we all have those people in our lives?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Mano, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about this, but Mano has a party tonight. He didn't even tell me about it.
Oh, are we invited?
Absolutely.
Why didn't we know about it, Angela?
Damn, my fault. My bad.
I just want to say, a lot of times I see Mano out and about doing things, and I'm like, damn, you didn't invite me.
You know what? But
Because
I wasn't
Why did you
thinking
just
about
shrug
it.
your shoulders
You
at
know what
us?
it was? No, because I'm on the ropes right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it in a
Okay.
minute,
I'm
okay?
on the ropes.
But
All right.
the fact that you come up here, smile in our faces, and then go have
Wow.
parties and don't invite us, it's wild.
Parties with food too.
It's wild that
I know.
you do that.
So we're gonna change
You
that.
really
though.
leave here and go out and don't even think about
No,
us.
this is crazy. I got a lot of jobs, man. This is nuts.
800-292-5150. Who do you want to shine a light on? Thomas, how are you?
Hey, Angela Yee.
What's good? Who do you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on my girl.
Oh, okay. What's her name?
Her name is Destiny.
Okay, and tell us why.
I want to shine a light on her because we just made 4 years back in May, and honestly, since day one, like, she's been holding me down. Like, we both work. She's a mother, so her daughter's my stepkid, and she just holds it down for the whole house.
For the whole house. See, you got to give her flowers for that. Shout out to you, Destiny. I love people named Destiny. I got some really good friend named Destiny that does my hair.
Yeah, this was definitely a keeper. I think I'm gonna put a ring on it.
Woo! Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for calling. I love to hear it. When you do that, let us
Thank
know
you.
how it goes down, okay?
Oh, I definitely will. I got you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, bye.
What up, Trav? How are you, babe?
I'm doing good.
Well, who do you want to shine a light on, Trav? I know you got some new music we're going to debut on Friday.
Yes. I gotta get that clean record sent to you, which I'm actually going today to get that clean. But I'm calling today to shine a light on the beautiful, talented Black queen, Tiana Taylor.
Oof.
Okay, I just want to just let her know that I think she is such a talented, beautiful queen. We don't need no man for nothing. It's okay if you're single, girl. Be single for a little bit. We don't care how big it is, how much money they got. We gonna be single until we find the right one for us.
Okay, and I'm not mad. She said they still have a good relationship, co-parenting. Sometimes things just don't work, but they do have two beautiful children together. And you were right. There's nothing wrong with being single. I think sometimes people feel ashamed, embarrassed, but she's like, that's her bestie. So
I always say, listen, don't feel lonely because you're alone. You can be alone and not be lonely.
Right. And you could be with somebody and be lonely. That's the worst feeling.
Amen.
All right,
Amen.
well, thank you, babe.
But all right, see you. Good talk to you, boo.
I'm looking forward to Friday. Get it together.
All right.
All right, bye. All right, well, that was Shine a Light on Him. And when we come back, we have Yeetie. And this is an exciting story for somebody who loves a Broadway play. We'll tell you what iconic girl group is getting a Broadway play. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Yeetie's next.
Oh, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes. I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
Mano is here.
Yeah.
And DJ Nori is here.
What's up?
DJ Nori, this is my guy. I just shined a light on you this morning, too.
Did you hear it?
No, I didn't hear it.
Oh.
He was probably running up here.
Oh, here we go, Mano.
Wagwan Bridget. Yeah, Bridget.
Okay, everybody practice along. Let's get into some Yeetie. Now, first, let's talk about Drake. He actually gifted a woman in his audience with a Chanel bag. Now, this woman is actually a waxer. I know Jasmine
esthetician
is getting waxed today.
Yeah, I'm trying to get waxed today.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And
Nice.
yes, so she actually had to do a lot to get the tickets to the concert. Here's what happened as he gave out this bag.
That's a lot of to wax. Where's Cook at? She said she had to wax 50. Give her the Chanel bag tonight so she can.
Interesting.
50.
That's a lot.
Waxing is expensive.
Listen, shout out to my girl Mika. She's an esthetician. She has her own Skin Beauty Lounge bar in DC, and she's my waxer. But she puts in a lot of work. That's a lot.
Painful,
You guys
right?
are so lucky, Nori and
Right,
Mano.
so it's painful, right?
Yeah, it doesn't feel good. I'm kind of used to it, but it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good.
Y'all have no idea.
Yeah.
The things that women
You
have
know
to
what
go
hurts
through.
the most to get waxed? Your legs. My legs.
I've never got my legs waxed.
I have got my
just
legs
shave.
waxed. Yeah, I have got my legs waxed.
But I will say I got laser hair removal, so now I don't have to get waxes at all anymore.
So I got laser hair removal under my arms.
Okay.
Nice.
See, you
I
don't
like
do
that
you
too.
guys shave under your arms?
No, we get tattoos. That's it.
You shave under your arms?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some guys do
of
shave under their
course.
arms.
Some
I shave
guys do,
under
some
my
guys
arms.
don't.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, another thing that Drake did for one of his fans is they came to every single one of his shows. So he did something special for this person as well. Listen to this.
It's this girl right here. I feel like I see you every show. I'm going to fly you first class to Atlanta. I'm going to let you watch the show from a VVIP. Like, we're going to put you somewhere real nice. And I'm going to give you 10 bands so you can go spin it in Atlanta on your show.
Nice.
Because you've been rapping real hard this whole tour.
Not the VIP.
Yeah, very, very, very
10
important.
bands.
But you know what? If they've come
10
to every
bands.
single show, they've spent a lot of
That's
money.
right.
Yeah.
She deserves it.
Now, out of those two things, which would you rather have? The Chanel bag or the VVIP and the 10 grand?
Oh, I think the VVIP.
And the 10 grand.
And the 10 grand, because then I can get my own Chanel bag and, get something
I
small.
was in Chanel yesterday. Chanel is expensive.
That's why I said
got
get some-
way more expensive.
That's why I said get something
I didn't buy
small.
a thing. I just
buy
was
then.
looking.
Yeah.
I was walking out. I was like,
I
let
mean,
me
you
just
got about
take
15 Chanel bags.
She got more than 15
I
bags.
got 40.
40.
Just relax, everybody.
That's a little humble brag.
And I bought them all.
40
Except
Chanel.
two.
Yeah, I'm about to say, hold on now, Chanel. I mean, Angela.
But you know what's crazy? I got my nails done yesterday, and my manicurist calls me Chanel. She doesn't know my name. She just
That's why I was
No
calling you
way.
Chanel just now.
No way.
She calls
She don't
me.
know
She's
you.
like, "Hello, Chanel."
Because she always has a Chanel bag when she goes in there.
Angelina Lee.
But I will say this: I've been buying Chanel bags for like 25 years
Before they were a thing.
Yeah. Well, they've always been a thing. I
Well,
feel like.
in our
But,
community,
yeah.
they haven't always been a thing.
No,
All right.
they've always been a thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
they-
always
yeah,
been a thing.
Okay.
they have.
Okay.
Yes,
Even in
How
Hollywood.
far back you think?
since it started.
Since
Really?
All
since
right.
slavery.
Okay.
It's been a thing since slavery.
Go ahead.
All right, now TLC have confirmed, well, T-Boz and Chili, that there is a Broadway play in the works, and they are doing that play with the same team that did Hamilton.
Ooh.
You know how exciting that is?
Hamilton was
I will be on Broadway for that.
Wow.
Now, MJ the Musical is an amazing play. If y'all have not seen that, you need to check that out.
You still there?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I
not.
need
That's
to
like
go there.
never going anywhere.
I'm
Right?
going to do this Jaja's
I
hair
wanna
braiding
go.
play too. You got to
You went?
come.
I want to see that, Angela.
I need
Right.
somebody to go with, though.
Okay.
All right, everybody relax.
DM Mano. Mano needs a date.
But Maida will watch at home with you Winning Time, but is unfortunately canceled after 2 seasons.
Oh.
Yes, so ahead of the show's second season finale, they did acknowledge that this is the end of the series. One final matchup, hashtag Winning Time, is what they tweeted. So for everybody that watches that, that's basically the story about the Los Angeles Lakers dynasty of the 80s.
Okay.
It's based on the book Showtime Magic, Kareem Riley, and the Los Angeles Lakers dynasty of the 80s.
Those were some wild times.
Some wild times. What a time to be alive. And speaking of television, Byron Allen has bid $10 billion for ABC and other networks. That deal would include FX and National Geographic cable channels as well. And so that's what he's trying to do. Remember,
10 billion.
yes, they were saying that he was in a bidding war for majority ownership in BET, and that included VH1 and BET, but that didn't pan out.
He really is a boss, yo.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. That's when we all get to talk about what we did last night, what we were not invited to, and what we're doing tonight, maybe. All right, it's Way Up and Angela Yee. About Last Night is next.
So, about last night.
Last night.
Here's how it went down.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm having fun with y'all. We might have to celebrate
Oh,
today.
this is.
What's the celebration?
I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
Good morning.
Mano is here. No, Mano. DJ
Right.
Nori is here.
What's up? Nori.
And you know how we celebrate up here. But it's time for About Last Night. Now, I know Mano was recovering.
Okay.
I was recovering, but I did get to go to rehearsal. So you know about the show that we putting together, the show that's loosely based off of my life.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, it went well. Shout out to the team, Dre, Bet, and we're casting.
Okay.
We're casting for a couple of roles, and that went very well. Then I went home to recover.
Who's going to play me?
You're playing you.
Okay.
You are playing
so
you.
hard.
You got to make sure I get a part in the BB
Yeah,
King's
DJ
era.
Nori needs
When
a
we
little-
The
DJ
only
BB
person that
King,
we
you
getting
know
to
what
play
I'm
somebody was getting somebody to play Jasmine.
Absolutely have to. Now, Jasmine, you were traveling. You came to New York last night, but you were in Detroit.
I was in Detroit. I had an amazing time. I always have an amazing time in Detroit. I went to a gun range for the first time. I've never shot a gun before.
It was a
Okay,
date too.
sounds
right?
like love.
Yes, sounds like love. Sounds like I was on a date.
Love and a bullet.
You know, they always say that women are better at, when they go to the shooting range, the gun range, because we follow instructions better.
He said I did really well.
Yeah. What they say, and this is what I heard when I've gone before, is that women will do what you tell them as far as like aiming the gun and
Yeah.
how to shoot, and men
Right.
think they know what they're doing already. Kind of
Right.
like asking for directions.
Yeah, I did. It was fun. It was a little loud though. It was louder than I
You had
expected.
the headphones on, though.
I had my headphones. I had my
Right.
glasses on. I was following instructions. He was
Right.
trying to record me. I was like, no, they said no recording.
Right.
Okay.
I love
all right.
Detroit though.
How was the kickback?
Nice.
It was a little aggressive.
Yeah, the kickback.
Yeah.
Kickback was a little aggressive for
Are
me.
you going to get a license now?
No, I'm not.
All right.
You should.
I should. Can I get
Yes.
a license in Detroit?
Because you stay in
Yeah,
Detroit now.
it's easier.
I don't stay in Detroit.
Something
All right,
like
now,
it.
DJ Nori, what about you? What'd you do last night?
I did nothing, man. I just kind of prepared myself to be here.
Good.
It
if
took
I
him
went
over 2
out-
hours to get here. Too.
Facts,
Right.
bro.
What time did you get up this morning?
I got up like about 7.
Okay.
7, yeah. good
What time do you normally get up?
About the same time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, not bad.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday I was in Brooklyn.
What'd you do?
I was at the Barclays. Now, I was on the committee for this prize, the Just Brooklyn Prize. And this is all put together by the Social Justice Fund and the Brooklyn Community Foundation. But basically, Clara Wusai, who's co-owner of the Nets, the Barclays, and New York Liberty, they give away these grants for Brooklyn-based businesses. So they gave away 5 $20,000 grants. So that's $100,000 altogether. So I was on the committee that selected who was going to get those grants. And so... What,
You
Mano?
always on a committee. How
Yo.
many committees are
She
you
gets
on?
honored. She gets keys
Yo,
to the
honored.
city.
Like, what is
I was
What?
about to ask her what share she got in the Barclays because, you
Yeah.
run everything there. You're part of everything in that building.
She has her own.
Committee.
She has her own seat courtside. Has her name on it.
No, I don't.
Yeah, might as well.
But I would say this. I love going to the Barclays. I love that we have that in Brooklyn.
Right.
And I think that people that work there are amazing. First of all, because a lot of them are from the
They from our
neighborhood.
community.
Nice.
I love it.
And so
Yes.
every time I go there, everybody treats me so well.
Yes.
I feel like it's at home. You know, it's a nice feeling. It doesn't feel like, oh, you can't go, you can't do it. Everybody's real chill, nice, cool.
Yeah.
You know, you walk in there like,
Yep, you walk in there, you be like, yo, man,
Can I borrow your box?
I ain't worried about no wristband.
Just let me borrow your box when you're not going there,
I ain't worried about no wristband. That's what you tell them, right?
Nano, you never worry about a wristband.
Why would I need to worry about a wristband?
but I do, never mind.
Yeah.
Never
Let's
mind.
go with your outfit.
Continue.
But shout out to all of the winners that got these grants, because these grants also come with no strings attached.
That
so you
is
can
so
do
dope.
whatever you need to do. And we all know, being a business owner, when you hear like some of
right.
these businesses, what they do. Zawadi Morris, I gave her grant, and she is the owner of Brooklyn Reader. It's a digital news site.
Ooh.
For the past 10 years, they put out every single day different news stories, and it's the first ever Black women-owned independent daily news site. First Black women-owned.
What's the name of it?
It's called BK Reader, and I was actually
BK
featured in
Reader.
there when I opened my coffee shop, so that was
Dope.
exciting for me. But there were a lot of great people, so shout out to all of you that got your grants yesterday. One of them helps people who are about to lose their homes.
Oh.
Yes, and they help people keep their homes,
nice.
and because
That's important work.
There's a lot of predatory things going on in real estate.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, that was about last night, and when we come back, I want to discuss something, and this was something that weighed heavy on me. I was thinking about this yesterday. I asked Mano what he thought when he showed up a couple of hours late. And it was based on, what are you supposed to report on? What we do up here. Sometimes things happen that are really messy. Like, we've been watching a lot of different stories unfold.
Right.
We've been watching back and forth, people arguing. And it's like, do you want to promote that in hip hop? Sometimes it feels really negative. But do you feel like we should report what's happening, or should we ignore it? And I want to hear what the listeners have to say about that and what you prefer. We want you to pick a side. 800-292-5150 is a number. Should we ignore these messy stories that could lead to somebody getting hurt, or should we report on them because it is out there and people put it out there for you to report on and not be biased? What do you guys want to hear? Pick a side. 800-292-5150, and I want to hear what you guys think too. It's way up.
It's not just right or wrong. It's about what you believe. It's time to pick a side and stay there.
Yes, it's way up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes.
Mano is here.
No, Mano.
DJ Nori is here.
I need to get one of them little.
I already know.
Nah, Nori, you can't have a drop up here. You my dog and all that, but I run the drop, so yeah.
Let me tell you.
This is it. I'm sorry.
I got you,
I
my
love you and
brother.
all
No,
that, guys.
Nori.
What's
Yeah,
up?
New Wayne, I've been replaced many times up here. For real.
Well, beyond time. So anyway, we're doing Pick a Side, and we're talking about, sometimes stories can be really messy and you don't know. They're big stories. They're on the blogs. Should we report on them? Now, Nori, let's get your take on it. You're a radio personality. You've been up here over a decade on the air. What's your take on that?
I think you should be able to talk about it, but just how far you go with it.
Okay.
Don't go too far.
Just
Just make
report
people
the
know,
facts.
what's going on. Okay, you heard about this, blah, blah, blah. But you don't have to give full in detail all the time.
Okay. All right.
That's
You
just
can be
my
like,
opinion.
there's you can say they've been going back and forth,
Yep.
but you don't have to say what was said.
Yeah, there's some beef going on. Y'all heard about it, but let's hope it ends off well and they get over it, and you know what I'm saying? Be bigger people about it.
And this reporting on it on the radio is actually different than taking the actual post and posting it on your page. It's different.
Okay.
Right,
Jasmine does that.
So when So when different platforms take the actual posts and posting on their pages, it makes it
It
bigger.
fuels it even more.
Right? Because if the original post is coming from somebody that may not be as popular, but then you taking it
Right.
and putting it on your
Because we
page.
be looking at stuff people are saying that no one else sees,
Right.
and I'm like, oh, you see what they said about
right,
this
so,
person, but we've
then
never.
imagine putting it on your page then.
Right.
Now,
everybody
Jasmine,
sees
you
it.
have a website that's very popular, the Jasmine Brand. What do you think?
Yes, it is our job to report it. It is not my job to be the moral police. I think that it is our job to report on what's going on. We don't have to insert our opinion. We can be objective and neutral. Does CNN say, let's not report this because we don't want to add fuel to... No, they report it, and it's up to the reader or the viewer to do with that information what they would like.
Are children off limits?
I think children should be off limits.
Always.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there is a limit.
Yeah, always,
Yeah.
Okay.
always.
Yeah.
Well, if y'all report somebody disrespecting me, it's gonna be a problem. It's up.
Mano?
All right.
You should have seen the look I just gave Mano.
Everybody was like,
It's up? Oh,
And
okay.
I'll be on the radio talking about the argument. Okay. All right, but let's see what you guys think. 800-292-5150. Pick a side. Jocelyn, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What do you think on pick a side? Should we report on these stories or should we ignore them, these messy stories?
I think a little bit of both. I think there's certain stories that are so big, it doesn't require you necessarily to report. But some stories, you might need to. But as far as the fighting and things like that, I don't think we should even waste our time because it's redundant.
All right, well, thank you.
No problem.
Hey, Sabrina, how are you?
I'm good. Hi, you. Oh, my God.
Hi, we are doing Pick a Side. Now, when it comes to us as people on the radio, as personalities, reporting on stories that, you know, people are going fighting, perhaps threatening each other, should we report on those stories or should we ignore them? Do you think we're being messy if we feed into it?
Definitely being messy, but some tea is good and some tea is not. Like I gave the example of Nicki and Cardi. Like that shouldn't be reported on.
Okay, so we should ignore that. We kind of did.
So tell us what should be. Sabrina, I feel like you got some tea. Tell us.
Hey, Sabrina.
Tell us something we should report on, Sabrina.
Why are you yelling?
Give us a secret.
This is not tell us a secret.
Right. Stop, Nano.
Sabrina, what kind of story should we report on?
Okay, let me give an example. T.I.'s son.
Oh, his
So
teeth?
you can report on how he made the homeless guy eat a tip.
Okay,
Eat
so
that
report
hot
on
tip.
that.
Like, yeah, we can report on that and be like, yo, you do better. Like, come on.
You stay on them blogs, huh, Brina?
Yeah, we like it. She got very specific.
Okay.
Mano gave her a nickname and everything.
Brina.
Let me tell you something. The Jasmine brand going to report it all.
You better believe.
All right. Thank you, Sabrina.
All right. Bye.
Bye. What's up, baby toy?
Hey, baby.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Now, baby toy, we are talking about pick a side. When it comes to these stories that we report on, should we ignore the ones that could potentially lead to violence, the arguments, the back and forth, or should we report on them still?
Coming from where I come from, honestly, certain stuff needs to be reported.
That's
now,
right.
I'm not a messy person, like I said. I don't condone violence and none of that. But certain stuff do need to be reported for certain information. People do need to know the sucker-ish that's going on out here. And I believe reported. It is what it is. Damn if you do and damn if you don't. You feel me?
All right. Thank you, baby toy.
Thank you, Jay.
Wadia.
Yes.
All right, we are doing pick a side, and we're all tied up. So you're going to be the tiebreaker.
Yes.
When it comes to these messy news stories that could potentially lead to something dangerous, should we report on them or should we not?
You should not. I think it's fueling the fire. I just think with the Nicki Minaj and the Offset, that's really dangerous, and it's getting really dangerous. And I just think the blogs should just pay it no mind.
Right.
Okay.
And I guarantee you, it will go away. I mean, it's clout.
Do you think that we should be up here telling each other's business? Like, should I say something about what I know that Jasmine Brand has going on the radio?
What?
No.
Thank you, Wadia.
If Jasmine asked you to, if she didn't ask you to, no.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Wadia. Yes.
Okay.
Just where that came from.
See, she got morals.
Yes, yeah, morals. I like that.
Thank you, Wadia.
Yes.
But we can't
All right,
tell.
you're welcome.
We can't
Thank
tell
y'all.
Mano's business.
Yes, we love to.
Okay, thank you.
Such more entertaining.
All right. Well, thank you guys for that pick side. It looks like the tiebreaker was to not report on these messy, potentially dangerous stories. Okay. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
And when we come back, we have Yeezy. Big fight. No, I'm kidding. And imagine having 50 Cent as your intern. We'll tell you about a story where he interned and he was an amazing employee. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine is here.
Good morning. I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
Mano is here.
Right.
And everybody up here gets a drop, and we have a special guest host today, DJ Nori.
Big up the whole island, massive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Chance.
yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
DJ Nori.
Mano, we don't need you to. No.
Nori.
No, we don't need that, Mano.
Mano is kind of like the black Chet Hanks.
What? What you say? What you say?
Okay.
No.
Sherry Shepherd has revealed that everything is going to be bigger for season 2 of her talk show, except she has gotten her breast reduction. Finally, I saw her on a flight.
Okay.
And she told me, she was like, guess what? I'm getting ready to go get my reduction while I'm on break from my show before I return. So she was really excited about it. And here's what she said during the premiere episode of her season 2 yesterday.
It's pretty much been my entire career. I get so many comments about my body. And a lot of y'all kept saying, Sherry, you too top heavy. And I would get comments like, if you just got a boob job, everything would be balanced. So guess what? I got my boob job.
Now, listen, I will say people who, and I can't relate to this at all.
Me neither.
But people who have big breasts have back issues.
Excuse me, hold on. Are y'all laughing, guys? Are
Yeah,
y'all
what's so
laughing?
funny?
Because we don't have big breasts? Are y'all breast shaming us?
I wasn't even
We don't have none
laughing,
either.
though. What you got?
I can agree with you.
I heard some
Some
snickering.
guys do. You're right.
What you got, Jazz?
I have I'm struggling for a B. Struggling.
Okay.
Struggling.
At any rate,
You have a cup, though.
I'm struggling for one.
Sherry Shepherd did say, and I agree with her, that insurance should cover this because it does cause
Yeah.
physical issues. Here's what she said.
I paid for it myself because my insurance company would not pay for anything. This was not a vanity thing. I really needed to have this done because of the pain. But insurance companies are still not covering this for women. And the fact that they won't cover a procedure for a woman when it is necessary is a shame.
Imagine you don't have the money to do that.
That's right.
And you have to walk around because you don't have a
Many
choice.
women walking around like that.
Yeah.
Right now.
Even like from what I've heard, getting those huge bras, sometimes they're custom.
And they're
you can't just
expensive.
get them anywhere, and they're expensive.
I can't imagine having something so heavy, you know, like
they hang it and it's pulling on your back. It's
Right.
a strain on your back.
But she is back, after the strike and everything. Because we talked about this. Jennifer Hudson was going to return. She didn't. Drew Barrymore was supposed to return.
Yeah.
And she has since backpedaled on that. So here's what she had to say.
Talk shows in general fall under a different union contract code. So we are allowed to come back unless you are a WGA show. Now, the Sherry Show is not a WGA show. We have never employed WGA writers, so us coming back to work is not crossing the picket line. My heart is breaking for all of the people that cannot work right now, and I hope that our industry can get this strike resolved soon.
All right. I actually saw Sus One, who DJs, and he was telling me, he's like, yeah, back to work. And he said she doesn't have to, she doesn't have the union writers. So.
Okay. I'm glad she explained, her side of it and why they're coming back.
All right. Now, 50 Cent. Let's talk about him. Imagine 50 Cent was your intern at one point. I've never even heard about 50 Cent having like a regular intern type of job. But here is proof that it did happen. This was a TikTok clip that we actually saw. And here is Jesse talking about how 50 wants intern for him.
I have this kid who's a boxer who wants to be a rapper. He wants to get some business experience. So we made a deal that he would intern for me for whatever experience I could give him. And in exchange, he'd help me write these jingles that I was doing at the time. Fast forward 10 years later, we go on our own way, and 50 becomes this amazing international star, and I have a private jet company. He wrote into all of his contracts that he would only fly with Marquis Jet. That is a lesson on loyalty.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a dope story.
That's dope.
So Jesse Itzer is one of the co-owners of the Hawks, the Atlanta Hawks now.
Right.
I can't imagine 50 as an intern.
50 said, this is 100% true. Jesse is my guy. I think he owns the Atlanta Hawks now. I got to catch up with him. Got to. All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back is Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar. It looks like we might be going back to Threads, guys. Remember when that was a thing? And we'll tell you why. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
News. I got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
Mano is here. New Mano.
Woo!
And DJ Nori.
Big up the whole island.
You wanted to drop?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You got it
And I
right.
got it quick too. Thank you.
got it quick.
I appreciate it.
All right, let's get into these under the radar stories. For all of us on Twitter, do you guys all use Twitter up here?
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes. Well, Elon Musk is saying now that he's going to charge all Twitter users, or I guess it's called X now, a fee to be on the platform. So it's not just X Blue to get that verified checkmark status. That's $8 a month. Now they're saying that everyone is going to have to pay.
I really think that he wants people off of it. He's just gonna see. I'm just gonna start doing ridiculous stuff and just see how far I can go, and everybody's just gonna be off.
I think he wants to make money.
Yeah, well, he said it's the only way he can think of to combat vast armies of bots. So he said that there's 550 million monthly active users, and there's between 100 to 200 million posts daily on that network. And so I'm guessing he's thinking charging a small fee would make him some money because the value has gone down tremendously.
He's saying starting at what, $8 a month?
Well, that's what it is for Twitter Blue. But he just said a small monthly payment. He didn't indicate what that price would be yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. The IRS is overhauling how they scrutinize the tax returns of lower income Americans. Did you know that black people are they're saying historically more likely to be selected for audits? All right. And when I say more likely, it's like 3 to 5 times more likely.
That's insane.
Yeah, than anybody else. And research has shown that audit rates are because the audits are focused on the tax credits. And so that's when you get a tax credit, a lot of times you are more likely to get audited.
Okay.
So now they're supposed to be overhauling that system. They've pled to use the $80 billion that it got through the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 to target wealthy taxpayers and make the tax system more equitable. So getting audited has to be one of the scariest things.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
You okay, Mano?
I don't know. I'm saying what's going on with Jazz.
What happened?
Oh, it's a couple of looks that I'm getting.
You guys, why y'all keep arguing with each other?
Coughed on me earlier, and then.
Okay, I think you've had worse things happen to you.
I think you've been coughed on by worse people. I'll say that for sure.
I think more than coughed.
Yeah.
Wow.
For sure.
All right, now a Dallas public defender is facing federal charges. They're alleging that she struck up a relationship with one of her former clients and also gave him sensitive information about his brother's case.
Oh.
All right, her name is Reagan Sierra Moreno. She's accused of providing Todd Whitfield, who's an inmate at the Dallas County Jail, with sensitive case information. He used that information allegedly to threaten one of his brother's alleged victims. According to court documents, she was booked into the county jail late last week on a charge of abuse of official capacity, but she has since bonded out. This is like an episode of Power.
Right, she was working on her defense.
Reagan.
Yeah. Right, she got to. I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to work on that defense.
Right. So I don't know if she's going to hire another attorney or speak on her own behalf, but apparently she fell in love with him, began a relationship.
Right.
His misdemeanor burglary case was dismissed. She was no longer representing him at the time that she allegedly provided him these documents. But you know you can't do that.
She was willing to risk it all.
Risking my license.
I gotta see what he looks like though.
A lot of correction.
See what he look like.
So depending on what he looks like.
No, I just
what happens
wondering.
then if you like, oh, he's.
I don't like you guys, so it wouldn't happen to me.
Take a look. His name is Todd Whitfield.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look
in
him
Dallas. All right. Well, that is your Under the Radar. Now you know we got the Way Up mix coming at the top of the hour. Plus we have Fridayy joining us today, and this is his second time. Earlier we were discussing who's been on Way Up with Angela Yee twice. Country Wayne has also been on 2 times. And by the way, his special is out today, right now on Netflix. So he was up there. He was up here talking about that, A Woman's Prayer. And so we got to make sure we get something to reintroduce Country Wayne and make sure everybody knows his special is out today. But Fridayy is going to be joining us today. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T.
Way up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
Okay, Mano. Mano's here.
That's right. I'm here. I'm always here.
DJ Nori.
Big up the whole island.
I gotta laugh every time I hear it.
Big up the whole island.
That is Chet Hanks. That's your job. All right. Well, let's get into some Yeezy. I feel like everybody's been calling me, giving me scoops today.
Yeah, you got some juicy stuff earlier.
All right. Well, let's talk about Megan Thee Stallion. She is on the cover of Billboard, and she's talking about a lot of different things. She talked about giving back. She's giving back to her Texas Southern alma mater. She has this whole scholarship foundation through her Flaming Hot University partnership.
Okay.
And so she is actually going to be featuring a one-of-a-kind online curriculum. It's centered on food, fashion, and lifestyle. And students also get the entire catalog of Flamin' Hot snacks in a special limited edition package. Also, exclusive merch that's designed by Melody Asani, and she approves that herself. And then proceeds from that merch line also go toward a scholarship for students at Texas Southern University.
She got me at food.
Yeah, free food.
Mm-hmm.
You go anywhere where it's free food.
Food,
right?
fashion, and lifestyle. She got me at food.
Now, as far as her favorite Flamin' Hot snack, she said it's a good fried pickle. So she loves hot Cheeto fried pickles.
Hot Cheeto fried pickles.
Yes.
So
with
the
ranch.
pickle-
My stomach would be going crazy.
You know, I love something hot that's hard to even deal with. I like my mouth to be on fire.
With ranch.
Hey, yo.
All right.
Okay, well, in addition to that, she also spoke to Entertainment Tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what she had to say about that moment at the VMAs where people said that she was going in on Justin Timberlake.
So in the proper meeting,
Yes.
we were really crying, laughing, because it was like, in what world is Megan Thee Stallion beefed out on Justin Timberlake? But I talk with my hands and my nails are so long, so I know this right here looks crazy. I had my in-ears in and I couldn't hear him. Then Justin Timberlake walks by, he's like, it's nice to meet you. I was like, no, first of all, I can't hear you, so no. This is not how I'm gonna meet.
Take it back.
Take it back. This is not how I'm gonna meet Justin Timberlake back here, okay? And JC was back there looking cute.
Right, all those
And I said,
secrets.
hold on, y'all need to relax. Wait till I get on stage, and then I'm gonna be ready for y'all.
Real hot girl-ish.
Yeah, that's funny.
Because you know how sometimes from the outside it could look like...
It looked a whole different. Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yep.
And she was moving her neck and stuff. It had them nails out.
Listen, but you know, we just sometimes just
We're
look like
colorful.
we mad.
We're animated, yeah.
If I saw somebody talking to Mano or Nori like that, I'd be like, get him, girl. He must have did something.
He's guilty.
Really?
Now, in addition to that, she talked about the current headspace that she's in because she's been through a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in such a fresh space. Like everything about me is new. My attitude, my vibe. I feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life.
Well, what's
And
inspiring that new chapter? What do you think?
I think I've just gone through so much, and I'm so at a point where I don't care about a lot of stuff. I'm just so comfortable with myself. I'm like, okay, at this point, girl, what's the worst thing that can happen?
Yeah.
I'm into taking risk right now.
Yeah.
I don't have any apps on my phone. I don't have any social media on my phone. So I have no idea what's happening half the time. Like the whole JT thing, I didn't even know that had happened.
She has no apps on her phone.
Yeah,
Listen.
For now.
But I will say,
She's not going to spend the rest of her life like
I
that.
can feel her on that though, because you've been going. She went through a lot of
Right.
things,
I get
and
it.
so sometimes you got to just be like, I can't get unfocused.
Yeah.
and
I
I feel
get
her
it.
on that because you get tempted to respond to stuff,
Right.
and you don't want to have to do that.
I would love to take all the apps off my phone.
You can't do it, though, right?
I have
No,
a job
not
to
for
do.
her job.
Yeah, not
She
for my
can't.
job. Yeah.
She got too much going
I'm
on.
definitely never taking off the food apps.
You
Now-
got to report the gossip.
In this Billboard interview, though, she also talked about working with Cardi specifically and what makes her a good collaborator and a friend. And she said that basically Cardi gives her all the creative freedom that she needs. She said she just sends her the song and she says, whatever you want to do. And she's like, all right, I'm going to put 2 verses here, all right? And she said Cardi doesn't give her any direction. She just lets her do her. And she also said that friendship-wise, Cardi's so genuine. And Cardi always says that she's shy.
She is.
Yeah.
Cardi shy or
Cardi
Megan?
shy.
Cardi.
Cardi
Okay.
shy.
Yeah, Cardi's very shy. So she said people start off shy and then they get like, oh yeah, this is the real you. So she said, I feel like I definitely get to see the real her. She's so nice and she's really a kind person.
I like that friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, friend.
Hey, friend.
All right, now Tamar Braxton was on Dish Nation with our guy Headcrack, and she was weighing in on what actually she believes happened with Jeezy and Jeannie Mai and their breakup. And here's what she had to say.
I think she really, really was in love, and I feel terrible. The little baby girl is so cute.
Yes.
But let me tell you something. When y'all file for divorce, it's over.
Yeah, right.
There's 2 reasons why a man leaves his wife or files for divorce. Number 1 is another woman pushing him to do it, or number 2 is something real foul went down.
Okay. You know what's interesting about her talking about this is her and Jeannie were on the reel together.
Are they cool?
So maybe I don't know.
I don't know if they are now.
Yeah. So it's interesting that she would even give this opinion when they had a
Not
friendship.
aggressive, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's
a
what
little
Tamar.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Had to say, Tamar, by the way, also her car was burglarized. I saw that post yesterday, and she did say that she doesn't feel safe anywhere. Her car was parked in a secure garage, so she said it was scary. She said, I got robbed at home. I'm not safe anywhere. I don't know why I keep getting violated. I had a lot in my car because I don't live anywhere because I'm not safe anywhere or with anyone.
She's in Atlanta, right?
So she don't live anywhere?
Yeah, or with anyone.
She was in Atlanta when her car got broken into.
So where does she live?
I think she was in
Nori.
Atlanta. Yeah, they ain't no punk when it come to breaking in cars.
Oh, that's when they get busy.
Let me tell you, when I come back, when I am going home to a hotel from the airport in Atlanta, I am not leaving nothing in the car. If you pick me up from the airport, I need to go drop my stuff off first.
Listen, I had a rental one time in Atlanta and it got broken into.
You're not playing
and they
no
stole my
games.
laptop. Yep.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, DJ Nori is here joining us today. And we got to learn more about you because you do have a new song out. And we are trying to make sure we get to cheers.
Oh, yes.
To this new song.
Yes.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee, DJ Nori next.
It's always an excuse to celebrate.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
All right, we got bottle service. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. We got our bottle girl. Shine a light on him.
Oh.
What's the name of our bottle girl?
Dan.
Why would you disrespect my guy?
It's Way Up. Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes,
Mano
yes.
is here. But most importantly right now, DJ Nori is here.
No hesitation. No situation.
Now listen, DJ Nori is for real, like one of the best DJs, and every year he DJs at Angela Yee Day and hosts. Because he can do both. So some people just DJ, but he'll get on that mic. He'll hype the party up.
He keeps things together.
And he knows everybody.
You got to understand when you're working with Yee after a while, she said, okay, I'm done. That's okay.
I let Nori do all the work.
You really do be up there getting everything together.
Yeah.
And not only that, he has music out. So Nori, first of all, let's talk about you for a second.
Okay.
You know, just your whole journey. Like you've been doing this you've been up here at iHeart for how long now?
I've been about, I think,
20 years.
12 years.
No, 25 years.
Over a decade.
Mano said you've been up here 20 years. He's such a hater.
He's been here with me. That's why, you know.
You've been up here since slavery.
Stop saying that about everything. All right, now DJ Nori also, by the way, does music.
Okay.
And he has a few. First of all, like I said, he knows everybody. So when we do Angela Yee Day, I know that he's going to bring some special guests who are going to pop up and slide through. Previously, you had a great song out with Conscience too that I loved.
Yeah, Conscience Astrology. Yeah.
And now you have a song out. You know, I pay attention.
She did a deep dive before you came in.
Now, first of all, you know I love dancehall.
You do.
She does.
And I love
we
soca.
love dancehall.
And so,
Oh, wow.
Dancehall. Yeah. No, I've always loved dancehall.
what borough are you from, Nori?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay, you're from Brooklyn.
Of course
And your
you are.
family's from where?
Panama.
Okay, Panama. And you're also an entrepreneur.
Yes, of course.
All right.
My own thing. Got a few things going on.
Like what?
I have a wing stop, a wing shop that we opened up in Brooklyn.
What's it
Nice.
Wow.
Wing shop?
We can't know about it?
You know.
No, I don't know about it.
Oh.
For real?
Jasmine loves wings.
I love
too.
wings. Yeah,
We gotta
I'm
pull
being
up.
serious.
That's serious.
Yeah, what's the name of it?
Wow. I'm Atomic Wings, man.
Atomic
Oh,
Wings.
I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know
I
that.
knew that.
We got it, as Mano would say, pull up.
No, everybody got quiet, so I don't know if y'all knew the name of it
No,
either.
we knew, but we wanted to see if you knew.
You should do a deep dive.
Okay, I didn't do a deep dive. I'm
All
sorry.
right, so you have an
Appreciate
Atomic
you.
Wings as an entrepreneur.
That's a
Let's
big
talk
deal.
about the other things. DJ Nori, all things DJ Nori.
Well, you know, I do my shows, my Caribbean shows. I do a lot of parties. Of course, you know, I got a brand called Anything Goes Live.
Yeah.
Where I keep a lot of big events. Even Mano hit the stage right for me here.
Yes.
100. Yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you.
When are you gonna have me on?
Oh, definitely. You on it.
Okay.
Now you're officially on. Now I know that you with the culture.
I got
you.
bars. But continue.
No, she's still on a probation period. Like we ain't 100% sure about
But
that.
I would say this though with DJ Nori, right? He has a new song out right now. We want to make sure we talk about this too.
Yes.
And this is why we are actually about to do a cheers to you, Nori.
You know we never drink up here, so we definitely have to do this for you.
You know it's
Thank you.
special.
Yeah,
'cause you're
special.
here.
We
So
appreciate
cheers to
you.
you,
Thank
which is
you.
also, by the way, the name of the song.
It's called.
yes.
It's called.
DJ Nori
Cheers.
featuring Sean Paul.
Sean Paul,
Can we
baby.
hear a little bit of this so we could do our cheers?
No hesitation.
I tell you, yeah. You got me drunk up on your loving and I need another hit. Let's go, yeah. So give me more, give me more, give me more. Yeah. Cheers to you.
All right.
I like this.
Now, y'all
That's
make
fire.
sure y'all go stream that full song.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I love me some Sean Paul too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Have you hung out with Sean Paul?
in Jamaica, yes.
I know that's right.
I'm gonna jump on the
definitely
remix,
have.
man.
What's the name of this song again?
Cheers to you.
All
right.
Cheers to you. So Nori, cheers to you.
Thank you. I
Cheers. Cheers,
appreciate it.
Nori.
Cheers, Nori.
And that
right.
means y'all
We're
gotta
here.
drink them. You gotta ring the bell. By the way, on the
Our
on
bottle
the
girl. Where's our bottle girl?
It's
Yo,
not
you
working.
Our bottle girl got it.
disrespecting my man. Why would you do that?
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Oh,
Make sure you
There
tip
we go.
him.
Okay.
the bottle girl know how to make it rain.
So Y'all make sure y'all stream that though. Cheers to you. That is DJ Nori featuring Sean Paul.
Yes, let's get
it's
it
a
right
great,
now.
fun party song, but it's amazing. And make sure you go back and check out his whole catalog.
That's right. Every platform.
And if you go to one of his events,
every platform, Brenda,
just get ready to know that it is going to be packed.
and eat some wings afterwards.
Yeah, eat some wings.
See?
Appreciate you.
All right. Well, Friday is going to be joining us shortly. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Big talk.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the back. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine is here.
Yes.
And replacing Mano, DJ Nori is here.
Big up the whole island. We're not replacing him.
No, yes we are.
No,
Great replacement. I think Mano's in the bathroom going number 2.
Okay. I got him some wipes. I got to make sure I give them to him.
Perfect.
But I also want to make sure that we talk about the fact that my guy Country Wayne has his Netflix special that is out today.
Ooh.
A Woman's Prayer. And he was actually on Way Up with Angela Yee. He's been on here twice already, too, because I wanted him to come back to talk about his special that's out today. And here's what he had to say about why he called it A Woman's Prayer.
I talk about women a lot on there. And that woman's prayer, I realized it was a women's prayer that kept me up. I figured out that in life.
Okay.
So I was like, man, a woman's prayer have you up or down. And it's a part of it on the special, what you probably seen, where I was like, a lot of men judge women harder than they judge us.
Right.
So I was like, man, I realized that when I switched my life on how I looked at women, because we do it worse than what they do most of the time, sometimes. But I was like, a woman's prayer, that's going to be the name.
Yes.
Accountability. I love that.
Accountability. And then he also talks about his deal with Netflix. Because, Country Wayne's been doing a lot of stuff independently on his own, making money directly off of social media. Here's what he had to say about his deal. How was it negotiating that deal for you, being that you are a hustler and you didn't necessarily...
I negotiated the deal that, is now because my lawyer, the one I got, it was different because I didn't, you know what I'm saying? It's about ownership. I'm straight. Like, it was a new kind of deal. In the situation, my lawyer, you really can't even talk about it. Like,
Right.
It was a new kind of deal.
It was a new type of deal. Okay.
Yeah, and that's how deals.
So there's some ownership involved.
100%.
It was so good he was stuttering, Angela.
Yeah. He was like, they never done a deal like this before.
Well, good for him. He have any more kids? Because maybe I can have a kid with him because he's so rich.
Wow.
Right out the window.
I knew that about you. Knew you was an opportunist.
Wow. Well, he does have 10 children and he takes care of everyone. He bought everybody a house.
Okay. 11. 11 sounds good.
Right, but they all in one house though.
Not happening for
No,
me.
they're not.
Okay. That's where you go too far.
Say that?
Mano is a hater. He just want to add sauce to it.
They're all in one block.
Yeah.
Mano just came back from the bathroom going number 2.
No, I wasn't. I was having a
you
conversation.
dropped the kids off at the pool?
No, I didn't. I didn't go to the bathroom at all.
Yes, you did.
Wash your hands.
Yes, you did.
All right. Well, listen, guys. Make sure you guys check out my guy Country Wayne, A Woman's Prayer. Y'all watch Country Wayne? He's so funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
I like him. He's a good businessman.
Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to ownership, because he was started off as a hustler, and I feel like a lot of hustlers end up being great in the business space.
Yep.
If you can figure that out, then you can figure out what you need to do,
legally.
Because that's basically, this stuff is a legal hustle. All right, well, we got Friday when we come back, and he's going to be talking about his debut album, what's been going on with him. He's ready to go on tour. He didn't even expect his album was going to do as great as it did, and he'll tell you in his own words, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the back. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Byrne is here.
Yes.
Now, to be clear, this show has only been on since February, right? So we don't have many repeat guests. However, Friday is back because how could he not be?
Facts.
Yay. So welcome back to Friday.
Thank you
Album is
for
out.
having me. How y'all doing?
Last time we spoke to you, it was, I think, right after the Grammys performance.
Yeah.
It was before the album came out. But now your album has come out. And by the way, your album and SZA's album were the top 2 R&B albums in the country.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
major.
When it came out. And people have been really talking because you showed and proved. So how you feeling?
I feel great. I'm blessed.
Let's talk about a time when you were like, God, I know you did that for me. Thank you.
When I found out Chris Brown wanted 2 of my songs,
Ooh.
that was like the first time I was like, God, thank you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always knew I was one of them guys, but it take like somebody you look up to for you to be like, oh, I mess with you, bro. And then it just give you like a whole boost of confidence. Like, the people I looked up to know I belong with them. So I'll say like Timbaland and then Chris Brown.
Wow.
was like the first people like that was like, bro, you one of us, like you
That's a big
talented,
one.
bro.
It is, especially somebody like Timberland that does multiple things.
Exactly, like, and he was one of like the producers I looked up to, like growing up, watching my whole life. So that was like one of them ones, like, damn, like I really belong here.
Did Timberland give you any advice? Because he's been in this industry forever, as has Chris Brown.
Yeah, he didn't give me advice, but it was like he gave me a lot of advice. But the most thing I be like learning from people is like what they do, not what they say. So it's like with him, I was sending him like hooks and samples, and every day he would just make like 3 to 4 beats, and it just made me think like, bro, like he don't need nothing, like he good, and like he got his family, he got millions of dollars, his mansion, but he's still working hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he don't
He's
got
still
nothing.
driven.
He
you know
love
what I'm
it.
saying? He love it. You know what I'm saying? And that just motivated me to even go harder. Like, bro, like I'm nowhere near this man, so I gotta make 10 beats a day. I gotta make 10 hooks a day if he making 4. So I was like, he really love it, and that's the same with me. That's what I learned from him.
Right now, Jasmine Brand and I are talking to Fridayy. People really cry, like emotionally listening to your music. When you perform, do you ever get teary-eyed?
Almost. I be so into my own world, so I'll look in the crowd but not focus on the face. But I remember I had like a show in LA, and I was seeing people cry when I was like looking in, and then like people after the show, like I was crying the whole show. So it's just like I know my music is just touching. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than just music. It's deeper than just me performing. It's just like it's like therapy to some people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like since the album dropped, it's been like a lot of crying videos sent to me. Like people just it's been like, you know what I'm saying? A man putting his wife on the wing that comes to you and she crying in the car like that. Like I've been posted on my story since it. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
it's
a
just
dope
crazy.
feeling though, to create emotion. And that's what I used to love. You know what I used to love back in the day when there'd be songs and they would talk like
I'll talk in the beginning.
For a while too.
They'd be like, listen,
some
you
deep
know,
real
I messed up,
But I want to tell you.
Nah,
look
just be
at
talking.
Yeah, song be like 6 minutes.
And like, you from Philly, Boys to Men.
Yeah, Boys
You
to
see
Men.
the-
That's right. That's all. As soon as you said that, I'm thinking about Boys to Men. You know?
Right now, Jasmine Brand and I are talking to Fridayy. Listen, you got the Afro beats, you got dancehall, everything that I love.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, your mom is on here.
Yeah, I was like, oh, is that his mama?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my mom,
And that's
for sure.
so dope. So how many takes did that take for her?
That was one take.
That was one take? Okay,
I
Mom.
tricked her. I was like, cause look,
That's where you get it from.
cause I remember we had that song, and I was like, I need a rapper on this joint. My manager was like, just put your mom on there. I was like, that's a good idea, bro. Like, and I tricked her. She didn't even know. I was like, Mom, can you pray for me real quick? Recorded the joint.
Oh,
wow.
I was like, can you pray for me and give me some advice? One take.
That's so amazing. Because if you would have told her, Ma, I want to put you on this album, I need
She
you
would have did some hype. She said, I gotta get ready.
Right.
Her prayer would have been like,
It'd have been long, first of all.
20
Definitely been
minute
long.
prayer.
This means it was super sincere and authentic.
Look, she
and
didn't
genuine.
even know. The album came out. She like, why didn't you let me practice?
You're like, no, this is how
that's how
it's
it's supposed to be.
beautiful,
Like,
though.
she said, I said some wrong in English. I'm like, no, you good.
okay,
it's
mama.
wrong. And like, people be playing the prayer. Like, people on Instagram, like, I needed this prayer. Like,
That's a real prayer.
Yeah, like they take it for themselves. So it's just good to see. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about just a prayer for me.
Right.
But when people listening to it, what she's saying in there,
They need that.
They need it, and they working out to it. They driving to it. It's like they treating my mom like it's their mom, bro. Like in
she
my
a
comments,
celebrity
for
now.
sure.
She
yeah.
a celebrity.
It's an ongoing theme that the music is bigger than you.
Yeah,
The music
that's
that you're
what I'm
making is
saying.
bigger
Like,
than you. Yeah.
It's real bigger than me. Like even like you saying, me and SZA had the top 2. It's just like, bro, like I'm not supposed to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like before I dropped the album, I'm like, we just giving good music. It might grow on people. They don't understand right now.
Right.
I'm not even thinking about charting. You know what I'm saying?
You just doing, yeah.
I'm just doing like this is great music. Let's bring real music back. But it's just showing that the music is bigger than me. Like I only got 400,000 followers, but the music is charting bigger than, you know what I'm saying?
But sometimes that
Bigger
is the
than
way to
people
do it. When people chase a certain type of, this is what I want to achieve,
Yep.
it sounds contrived. But when
Yeah,
you're
for
just
sure.
doing things that are natural and you're like, look, I just love what I do and this is what it is,
Yeah, facts.
that works even better. Now, I've seen you say that it feels like everything happened really fast for you.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about like how life has changed from last year until now? What are some of the differences?
This week made me like realize it even more. Like Fashion Week, you know what I'm saying, going into the events.
I saw you with Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah, like the people I look up to the most know who I am. Like I'm a humble guy, so I'm like, I'm introducing myself. I don't know if you know who I am. My name Fridayy. Like, yeah, I know who you are. Like, I got songs with you. You don't even know about it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got beats from you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, this week just made me realize, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really here and respected by the people I admire. You know what I'm saying? The people that
like, who are some people you ran across that you was like,
Offset showed me love. Tusi, SZA showed me love. You know what I'm saying? Like, these all people that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know what you got going on. Yeah, I know you, bro. Like, you fire, bro. Like, everybody. I'm grateful for it.
All right, well, Fridayy is here. We're talking about his self-titled debut album and so much more. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here, and we are talking to Fridayy for the second time on Way Up with Angela Yee. Do you remember your first ever live performance?
Church.
Yeah, okay.
Church when I was a kid, but it was like.
But what about for
that
this
was normal.
This music? Like, as far as your
This
songs,
music?
your music, your EP, your first EP?
My first performance was with Meek Mill
Ooh.
at Wells Fargo.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I was nervous as
I bet.
Look, I remember that was when I dropped my last EP, Lost and Melody. Meek was coming to Philly. You know what I'm saying? Because he just dropped Flamers, but he did the remix on Don't Give Up on Me, my song. So he just tweeted, "I hope Fridayy in the city. I want him to come out." Look, I seen that tweet. I act like I didn't even see it. I was like, oh no, like. But everybody texted it to me. Yeah, everybody texted me, bro. Look, bro, he just tweeted. So I was like, all right, let's do it, bro. Like, I text Meek, I text his team. I was like, let's do it. I'm in the city. And then,
like he was all confident.
And even if I wasn't, I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there regardless. Like, I gotta do it for the city, because especially after God did, it was like a lot of people didn't know I was from Philly. Like, I got blew up worldwide before it was like a come up in my city. When he brought me out at Wells Fargo, 20,000 people.
How would that feel?
I was nervous as hell, but as soon as I got on stage, it was cool. It was love. He was giving me that energy, and the people knew the song too. So it was like, that was just like a big stint for me, even for me being from where I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
Right now, Jasmine Brand and I are talking to Fridayy. I saw you post in London that everybody, when you were performing in London, and everybody knew all the words to your song. That has to be an amazing feeling. Your songs, you know, your project, and everybody singing along.
Yeah, that was like, I think that's like number one in this year for me. Like, people may look at it like, all right, he coming up, but like, what person that's coming up can have 20,000 people singing word for word in London?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's when you realize you international too.
Music is really, you know
sometimes when you're from here, you don't be thinking about the effect. Yeah.
But it's like, everything that I do, even collaborating with Asake, collaborating with Fireboy, you know what I'm saying? Blessings. It's just like, my music is like, it's a worldwide sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I remember being backstage at a Sage concert. I'm just asking everybody, like, you think they gonna know me, bro? Like, all the Africans, they're like, trust me, bro. Trust me. I'm just thinking, like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, trust me, bro. It's word for word. Trust me. I walked out there, word for word, and it was like a shock. Like, nah, he ain't bring out Fridayy. Like, I'm hearing it. Like, no, that's not Fridayy. And as soon as I sung that first line, I'm not where I want to be, but I thank God. The crowd went crazy. So that was like probably like the biggest moment of my career right now for me.
So far, but so much more to come.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
You know, well, listen, I just want to say we're so happy that you're not too Hollywood for us yet.
Nah, I ain't never gonna be too Hollywood.
You're not too big to do shots.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never gonna be too Hollywood, bro.
No, listen, every time I seen you, it's all love all the time. But we do appreciate you because super early on, we definitely wanted to have you on here. We know how important you are. And listen, it's a big deal for Philly.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Philly is definitely a musical place, too.
Yeah,
just the history in Philly of music, the sound of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of really big people from Philly. So I think, you know, you represent for your city really well.
Thank you.
All right. Is there anything else that you want to make sure that we know about in case we missed it?
Nah, the album out right now. You know what I'm saying? Tour on the way. That's it.
Get your Kleenex in case you're going through something.
Yeah,
you know
sure.
you're about to cry.
Album special, man.
But if you mess up with your girl, it's a great album to put on too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be like, listen, girl, don't give up on me.
Please don't.
For that too.
And if you need a prayer, his mama's in there for you.
All right. Well, it is Way Up with Angela Yee Fridayy. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
And when we come back, we have Ask Yee. That's when you guys have to call in and ask any question that you want. And you got a whole panel of people here to help you today. Okay, DJ Nori is here. Our award-winning advice giver Mano is here, and Jasmine Brand is here as well. Way Up with Angela Yee. 800-292-5150.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts. So you should know. This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and we have a panel of people to help us today. Jasmine Brand is here. New Mano is here.
That's right.
DJ Nori is
What's
here.
up?
800-292-5150. Bree, what's good?
Oh.
Hey, Bree.
Hello, darling. How are you guys?
Good.
How you doing, Bree?
Bree, what is your question? We are here to help you.
How should you react when you're in a position with people who are hurting you when they should be helping you?
Okay, explain.
People tell you, hang around people you want to be. For example, I started hanging around a group of friends who do a certain kind of thing to make, higher income.
Okay.
I started hanging with them.
Surrounding
but
yourself
I'm not
with successful people.
Yes, but I'm not there yet. But
Okay.
I'm watching them and I'm trying to learn. But I notice that they are looking at me and talking to me different than they talk to each other. And it's kind of disheartening because I want to be where you guys are, and I'm not aggressive with it either. I'm not like, tell me what you do.
Right.
Bree.
Yes.
Can I ask you are you attracted to women?
What? Mano, what's that to do? What's that?
Mano,
That has nothing to
this
do with
has
this.
nothing to do with her
Oh
question.
my gosh, I'm gonna
Let
punch
me-
Mano in his
Yeah,
face.
it does.
Bree,
Jasmine, you cannot punch Mano in his face.
I want to know, why does that matter?
it doesn't.
Because
It doesn't. Don't listen
I'm
to
trying
him.
to understand the
Don't
group
listen
that
to
you're in.
this is an example of not paying attention to distractions. Angela, continue with your advice, please.
Okay. Are these people that you want to be friends with, or people that you need, that you feel like business-wise, you just want to have some type of interaction? Because there's a big difference between friendship and then coming to somebody for mentorship.
I was more coming to them as friendship, not really as mentorship, because I don't allow certain people to mentor me, if that makes sense. Because everything people pour into you isn't good. You could be pouring poison into me.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
That's
But you're
So,
saying
that's
that
why I
though,
was-
you
that's
want to
why I
be
was
where they
around
are.
them Yes, that's why I was around them to watch them, to see how they move and see how they got where they were.
What field are you interested in getting in?
Financial marketing and stuff like that. Just trying to see, just different fields. They're in different fields. One person is in science. One person is in tech. I was just seeing like how they move their money, how they move through the financial world.
For instance, for myself, right, since you were talking about financial empowerment, I've gotten myself in a space where I'm doing things with people who I feel like are great in that space, but I wouldn't work with anybody who I didn't like their personality. I'm just being honest. There's so many people in that space that you could work with that you feel like, not only is it a business relationship, but like you said, you don't want people pouring poison into you. And if you feel like these people don't have your best interests, I don't think that serves you well.
Well, I also will say on the flip side, and I'm not saying this is what you're doing, you don't want to seem like you have a friendship with them because of what they offer. So like that's what Angela's saying was having like, you don't want anyone to think that you're an opportunist, you know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you are, if it's a genuine friendship and you guys have a connection, cool, and you guys can learn from each other. But if someone is not being kind to you or being nasty, you don't need to be around them.
You don't need to be around. It's F them. Okay, do you. You are the movement. You are the motion. You understand? You got to feel that supreme confidence. You can't, listen, sometimes we ain't made to fit in. Because sometimes a bunch of weak people, they get together to become one person. Yeah. You are the one person. You feel me?
But I will say if everyone is doing this, maybe your approach also is something that you need to understand and think about. Yeah. Because they don't have to be your friend. If you're looking to build business relationships, then maybe you need to keep it business and not look at it as a friendship.
Okay.
But I've managed to build friendships with people in that space who I actually really like. And it does take some work. Because everybody is not going to have good intentions. Everyone's not going to be your friend. But think about your approach too. Like sometimes people try too hard to force things to happen, and they're also
off-putting too.
Yeah, that can be off-putting for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe, and I'm not saying you're doing this, but maybe not personalize whatever it is. If you're in it to, have this relationship and build with them, maybe don't personalize some of the things that you're kind of offended by, or just leave them alone.
Yeah. And sometimes it could be us being too sensitive.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe not personalized.
Because Jasmine's sensitive.
I'm definitely
Jasmine is a very sensitive person.
Mano,
I'm not.
please.
I don't give up. Well, it's whatever.
Okay.
I'm not that sensitive. I grew up in a Caribbean household.
Oh,
we don't.
okay.
Y'all rude.
That's why I asked her the question I asked her earlier, though.
That ain't got nothing to do with anything.
That's why I asked her the question.
But I will say, moving forward, I did just cut off that group for real. Like I was just like,
right.
You know what? It's not mentally. It's okay. I'm gonna get to where I'm gonna be, God willing. And I'm going to just take my time and get there.
Yeah, take your time. Don't force anything that's not natural for you.
And don't be sensitive like me.
And also, it's okay to be direct. If you have an issue, you can let people know.
Great advice, guys. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
We should drink
And
more
we do
often.
have to be more mindful of the people that we're around always, you know? So
That's why I limit.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is the number in case you want to call us up and have Mano ask you if you're into women. When we come back, you guys always have the last word.
Question.
It is not.
800-292-5150 last word when we come back.
Pick up the phone. Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard. What the word is. Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes.
Mano is here.
Yep.
DJ Nori is here.
Yep.
Cheers to you, DJ Nori. Y'all make sure you guys
Thank you very
stream
much.
that featuring Sean Paul.
Yes.
Cheers to you,
Right
DJ
now, right
Nori
now.
featuring Sean Paul.
I like that song.
Right
I
now.
know, like that.
Appreciate you.
Listen,
Thank
we
you.
got
Thank
two
you.
people with songs out right now that's amazing from my city.
That's
All right,
right.
Mano, Jasmine, I'm not just a brand.
I have a new single coming out in a few weeks, and
she lying.
you know what I'm saying? So check out. It's fire. Is that how you
But-
say it? Right?
Yeah.
Listen, this is all what Way Up is about, right? Just making sure it's dope content, dope people on the show.
Yep.
So I
Yes.
appreciate
Right,
you
yes.
guys for having a good time with me today.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, also I want to thank Fridayy for coming through. He's another amazing artist. He's definitely here to stay. He's got a different type of sound. He's also just
That
super
pain.
chill and
Yeah.
humble.
Cool. Yeah.
I rocks with Fridayy.
Yeah.
He
I
was
like
here.
him.
He actually during the interview was like, "Where's Mano?"
He did ask
He
me about
said
that.
you guys were hanging out.
We've been hanging out. Yeah, definitely.
He's super talented.
Shout out to his whole team.
He has a distinctive voice too.
Yeah. Just that pain.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Payno.
Ooh, this is not a real place.
This is not a real place.
Yeah, it's not a real place.
Oh my gosh! And with Nori, make sure you go check out his past catalog too. I was telling you that, like,
Yes. I
just as an amazing DJ, amazing host, but also he's got music. So
Yes.
let's always check that out.
You played a song that I liked that was old from him.
Yes,
And
it
I
was
was-
not that old. Stylo,
With Conscience and Stylo.
yeah.
What year
Yeah.
was that?
That was a few
That's
months
this
ago.
year, yeah.
Oh,
This year.
sorry, my fault.
No, we good. Don't worry about
Because I
it.
didn't know about it. I thought it was
Don't.
old.
Now
But I don't
you
know about
know.
everything.
Do some more
Now
deep dive.
you
Yeah,
know.
I'm not diving deep enough.
No, she actually said she only see me once a year, so this is the second
And
time
Angela
she seen me.
Yee
That's the only time I see you,
And-
Angela Yee Day. So
And we're gonna change that.
okay.
All right. Appreciate
All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We actually had an amazing time. Pick a side. Y'all participated as far as whether or not we should be reporting the drama. The Jasmine brand will do it. Way Up with Yee. We trying to keep it positive every now and then.
Not
The
us so
Jasmine
much.
brand is not going to keep it positive. They're going to promote whatever.
What does
I'm just saying.
positive
I know
mean?
he said positive.
Yeah, I don't know what
Why
positive
you bringing
means.
pros into this?
Mano's been trying to hold my hand the entire show, Angela.
Cap, this is so.
You
Why would I
seen
do
that
that
picture?
knowing that you got a man?
We seen that picture, right?
Why? Yeah. Why would I do that knowing that you got a man? You want me to?
You have a picture of you holding my hand.
All right. Well, you guys always have the last word. 800-292-5150.
Hey, it's Greene from Chicago. I think you should not report on it because social media already has such a heavy influence on the negative narrative. And I think as people of color, there's a lot of predatory things going on already for us. And I feel like they want to constantly push this narrative of animosity and just overall aggression between us. So I think just, keeping it light, keeping it positive will just trickle down to everybody else.
Yo, this is Mike Hill from Phoenix, Arizona, and I want to shine a light on Joyce Luton. It's her birthday tomorrow, and she's been graceful, loving me, and always there for me. I love my mama, and thank you for never turning your back on me when everybody else did. Have a good one.
Hey, Yee, this is Rakim calling out of Florida. I was calling in reference to what you were saying on air about you guys reporting on news reports that could be potentially dangerous and if you should report on them or not. And I think you shouldn't because sometimes the media don't have the story right and you can portray a bad light on somebody. And I was actually a victim of that myself. So that touched home with me. I don't think you should be reporting on it.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.